I requested Olive to join.
Okay, if it's not live, Assalamu alaikum. Hello, everybody.
Assalamualaikum, Mr. Hassan.
Yes, how are you, Dr. Jen? I think it's live now. We are live now.
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. How do you hear me? Assalamualaikum, Mr. Hassan.
Yeah, I hear you well. Yes, how are
Thank
you,
you.
Dr. Jen? I think it's live now. We are live now.
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. How do you hear me? Assalamualaikum, Mr. Hassan. Good.
Yeah, I hear you well. Yes, how are
Thank
you,
you.
Dr. Jen? I think it's live now. We are live now.
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. How do you hear me? Assalamualaikum, Mr. Hassan. Good.
Yeah, I hear you well. Yes,
Thank you.
I think it's live. Okay, everybody, you will see the timer. 20, 19, 18, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 1. When it's a 1, then and 0, then you're going to go on live.
very good evening to all our respected guests. Today's evening, we are just waiting for a few more guests to join us, and we will begin this program shortly.
Good morning.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. And please accept our warm greetings on behalf of the Global Scouts Kitchen Jamboree organizing team. The Global Scouts Kitchen Jamboree is one of the most unique and extraordinary scout programs that World Scouting has witnessed. This jamboree will bring over and showcase the cuisines, culture, traditions of different countries. And yes, I'm Ritesh and I'm from the Bharat Scouts and Guides India, and I will be one of the MCs for this grand evening, which we will witness together.
And I'm Ruhi Rusaba Jahwa Jahan from Bangladesh Scouts, welcoming everyone to this virtual inauguration. We are live on the Global Scouts Kitchen Jamboree Facebook page, Facebook group, and YouTube channel.
And now, to begin with this grand evening, may I please invite on screen the beautiful melodies of the Bugle. What a wonderful start to this memorable evening. Moving ahead, may I please invite for the anthem of the Global Scouts Kitchen Jamboree.
Whose
And going by our scouting traditions, may I please invite on screen Brother Olive for the Scout Law and Promise.
Hello there, I'm Sadman Ali from Malaysia Scouts. I'm gonna read out the Scout Oath and Scout Law of Boy Scouts of America. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country and to obey the Scout Law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. Now, I will read out the 12 Scout Law of Boy Scouts of America. First law is, a Scout is trustworthy. A Scout is loyal. Scout is helpful. A Scout is friendly. A Scout is courteous. Scout is kind. Scout is obedient. A Scout is cheerful. The Scout is thrifty. The Scout is brave. Scout is keen. And lastly, the Scout is reverent. Thank you, everyone.
Wonderful. Feels like the Jamboree already. Thank you so much, Olive. We are so excited for this Jamboree. So for this part, I would like to request Reverend Arthur Lockdale, a 50-year veteran member of the Boy Scouts of America, starting at age 7 as Cub Scout. He is an Eagle Scout and Vigil member of the Order of the Arrow. He has been to the Philmont Scout Ranch and the Florida Sea Base. Mr. Lobdell has worked as a BSA scouting professional for 30 years and is currently serving as Assistant Scout Executive of the Western Massachusetts Council. He has earned the Professional Circle recognition. Mr. Lobdell is a recipient of the St. George Religious Award as well as the Allah Akbar Religious Award for the Islamic faith. In non-scouting life, he is currently a senior warden in the Episcopal Church and is enrolled in the Diocese of NJ School of Ministry. He is an active Rotarian in Holyoke. I request him for the invocation. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. We ask everyone to put themselves in an attitude of prayer to which they are accustomed. Great Lord, creator of all mankind, we thank you for all that you have brought to this group to be able to bring this wonderful event together. Great Master Chef of the universe, who have brought all of the elements together to make this great globe, to make all of the plants and animals and all of the things, the gifts that we have here on earth. We thank you and we ask that your spirit be with all of our youth today as they proceed through events this weekend. We also ask that you continue to keep us all safe from harm, safe from still the pandemic that ravages this globe. We thank you for the advances we've had, but also ask you to keep us all safe as we go forward. We also ask for you all to take a moment of silence in recognition of the passing of world-renowned scouter Claiborne. Kent was a devoted scouter whose visionary leadership as BSA's International Commissioner established valuable connections around the world. He died on July 20th after a 20-year battle with cancer. Thank you. If we would be in prayer for Mr. Claiborne. We ask that you all have a great experience at the World Kitchen Jamboree and that you always remember your great creator that made all of this possible. And we give thanks to you, O Lord. Amen. Thank you.
Is Ritesh here? Oh, thank you so much, sir. Is Ritesh here? Okay, so I think he has just disconnected. Thank you so much for that. We are now, yes, Ritesh is here. Yep.
Thank you so much. And now we invite Mr. Andy Champman on the virtual screen. Andy has served as an outstanding volunteer on the local, regional, and national and world levels. He is an outstanding member of WASM committee and serving as the vice chairman. Scouting has been one of the most impactful guiding forces in his life, and for this reason, he has continuously strived to give back for a movement that has gifted him so much life skills and experiences. He is the product of hand-in-impact scouting on individuals, families, and local communities. Professionally, Andy is the senior director at Ellsworth and Marshall, Huntston, Texas, in the United States. Andy, the screen is all yours.
Thank you. Yeah, just wanted to follow up on the tribute to Kent and give an official tribute on behalf of the entire World Scout Committee. Today, the scouting community honors the legacy and extraordinary contributions of Kent Claiborne, the former BSA International Commissioner and Committee Chair and Chair-elect of the World Scout Foundation, who has gone home peacefully. Kent was a remarkable leader and an individual who spent his life following the scouting path and dedicated more than 50 years of service towards scouting nationally, regionally, and globally. Countless scouts will remember Kent for his kind and gentle approach, combined with the deep care and insight into the needs and interests of young people in scouting around the world. Kent's legacy and contributions at all levels of scouting will be remembered, and the Scout movement is stronger for his involvement over the many decades. WASM offers its deepest sympathies and condolences to Kent's wife, Constance, his family, and the many friends around the world who knew him as a kind, wise, and generous community leader. Let's please have a moment of silence in honor of Kent. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Andy. And now moving ahead with the program of the opening ceremony, we would like to see a video from the Boy Scouts of America, Duty to God. Thank you so much for that. And now, may I please invite my co-host, Ruhi, to go ahead with the opening ceremony program.
Okay, thank you so much, Ritesh. We are going to our formal session now. Thank you so much for the presentations. Now, may I request Chairman of the BSA Religious Relationships Committee, Vice President of Empowerment for the Silicon Valley Monterey Council, member of Catholic Committee on Scouting, a past Council Commissioner, an Eagle Scout, and the Chairman of the Global Scouts Kitchen Jamboree, Mr. Robert Wittig, to deliver his address of welcome.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome everyone to the Global Scout Kitchen Jamboree. We are very excited that over the next 3 days, we have an exciting program for Scouts all over the world to enjoy this Jamboree focused on the theme of food. We all know that food is essential for all of us, for life, but beyond this basic need, food provides a way to bring us all together. Around the world, each day, people wake up, go about their day, parents go to work, children go to school, and grandparents help out around the house and watch the younger children. But evening is a special time when we all come back together. The families come together to have an evening meal, and they share the events of the day. Their who created wonderful recipes from their own country. Know each other a little. Now, we've had troubling times. COVID's made it very difficult for all of us to come together. When COVID first struck in March of 2020, many national and international Scout events had to be canceled. But a group of Scout leaders, the theme being food. So on December 26th and 27th, 2020, a group of Scouters from Sri Lanka called Scout Voice 24 Plus hosted the first Global Scout Kitchen Jamboree. It was successful, with a few hundred Scouts taking part. And it was decided to continue the success of this virtual Jamboree by holding another one in August of 2021. This Jamboree is hosted this year by the around the world signed up watching at this time, and almost the same number of videos have been submitted. We could not have done this without the help of many people. So I want to acknowledge the people on the Central Committee who've been working very hard to help make this virtual kitchen Jamboree a success. And if I've missed anyone, I apologize in advance. First of all, we have Natase Wood, who is our Jamboree registrar. She's been registering all of the many, many Scouts that have been signing up for the Kitchen Jamboree. Second, we have Mohammed Hassan Ullah. He's our secretary, our Jamboree secretary, and he's a BSA member of the National Religious Relationship Committee. Next, we have Mohammed Atiq Zaman. He's the chairman of the Jamboree and development of the Kitchen Scout Jamboree. His normal job in scouting is to be the National Commissioner of Programs, Mahusudu Avala, and he is the Jamboree Director of IT Logistics. He is also the Deputy International Commissioner of the Bharat Scouts and Guides Association. We want to thank Mr. Brave Barnes, who's our Jamboree advisor. He is the Vice Chairman of the BSA International Committee. Next, we'd like to thank Mr. Arthur Lobdahl, who's the Jamboree Chaplain. He's the Assistant Scout Executive for the BSA. We want to thank him for giving us our invocation. And next, I want to thank Susan Lawyer, who is the Deputy Jamboree Chief, and she's a BSA member of the National Religious Relationships Committee. I next want to thank Syed Atsham Naqvi, who is our Jamboree Chief. Syed's put in many, many hours in order to make this Jamboree successful. He's a member of the National Religious Relationships Committee, and he's a member of the Duty to God Breakfast Subcommittee for Scouting for the BSA, the Boy Scouts of America. Syed especially has been putting many, many hours in. I know that he's also had some difficult times right now, and we thank you very much for all your work, Syed. I also want to thank our patron in chief, the man who's been overseeing us and helping to advise us, and has been their recipes, Mr. Walter Lee and Mrs. a renowned chef from India. I also want to recognize Kent Claiborne, who was our chief patron, who unfortunately, I want to recommend that we dedicate this Kitchen Jamboree to Kent in all of the work that he's done and all of the great things that he's done for Scouting. Now, we could not have put on this virtual Scout Jamboree without all of their help, and we appreciate the service that they've given to Scouting and this Global Scout Kitchen Jamboree. Finally, I want to thank all of you Scouts out there for coming to our virtual Jamboree. We hope you enjoy this Jamboree as much as we've enjoyed getting ready for it. We could not do the Jamboree without you. Thank you all again.
Thank you to our Jamboree Chair, Mr. Robert Vidic, for his wonderful words. It was very inspiring. It is time for the presentation by the Boy Scouts of America, Order of the Arrow.
The purpose of the Order of the Arrow is to recognize those campers who best exemplify the Scout oath and law in their daily lives, to develop and maintain camping within Scouting units, and to crystallize the Scouting habit of helpfulness into a life purpose of leadership in cheerful service to others. One of the traditions that the Order of the Arrow seeks to preserve is that of the American Indians' culture and customs.
As the smoke curls, winding upwards, may our thoughts and actions rising lead us all to acts of goodness.
What an amazing video. And with this note, we move ahead with the program, and it is my proud privilege and honor to invite on the virtual screen Major General Professor Dr. Haji Mohammed Zain bin Bidin. He is the acting Chief Scout of Persekutuan Pengakap, Malaysia, and the National Chief Scout Commissioner of the Scouts Association of Malaysia, which is also the largest youth organization in Malaysia, and of course, a member of the World Organization of the Scout Movement. Dr. Zin and his associates planned and worked as a team and provided numerous helps and brought new ideas to the table for this Global Scouts Kitchen Jamboree. We appreciate and thank Dr. Zin and his team for their efforts, and I invite you on screen, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate the Boy Scouts of America International Committee for organizing the Global Scout Kitchen Jamboree 2021. Thank you for inviting me to speak on this auspicious occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, this Jamboree brings Scouts all over the world in the spirit of togetherness by appreciating food, cultures, and traditions. It gives opportunities to all Scouts to be active, especially during this depressing COVID-19 pandemic. This Jamboree has managed to attract over 6,000 participants and over 3,000 videos. During these trying times, Scouts all over the world have risen to the occasion by reaching out to the poor communities who are struggling to feed their families. I hope this Jamboree will help to encourage some acts of kindness amongst the privileged nations and communities to help distribute foods to the poor and needy using the recipes you have submitted. Ladies and gentlemen, my sincere thanks and gratitude go to the Global Scout Kitchen Jamboree Committee, headed by Robert Vedic, Jamboree Chairman, and Syed Tesham, the Jamboree Chief. You all have done a fantastic job enabling young people around the world to enjoy this unique virtual learning experience through a journey of solidarity, self-discovery, and actions for the world. Thank you for giving our Scouts the opportunity to be global citizens of the world. Happy Scouting. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your remarkable words. And I'm sure your words have definitely inspired our participants of the GSKJ. Thank you so much again. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce you to our special guest of this inauguration, the Additional Chief Commissioner of Bharat Scouts and Guides, State Secretary, Mr. Mohammed Khalid. Mr. Khalid and our GSKJ IT Director worked together, brought finesse to our Jamboree, accepted the IT challenges, and provided experienced services to Jamboree management and scouting all over the world. He is very active in international scouting and is currently the consultant to the Asia Pacific Regional Scout Committee and member of APR Foundation Subcommittee. He is also leading his efforts to strengthen SANSO. Professionally, he retired as a civil servant to deliver his speech.
Thank you very much for all the distinguished guests, invitees, and the participants. Greetings from Bharat Scouts and Guides. I must, or I should say, we all must congratulate the Boy Scouts of America through the International Committee. I come up with this second very unique Global Kitchen Jamboree. It's indeed an opportunity for all the young people of the scouting movement to be engaged for the next 3 days with the different cuisines and cultures. I'm sure every participant will enjoy this unique virtual kitchen jamboree. Perhaps in days to come, this can be a physical kitchen jamboree. I think the Korea are planning in their regular World Scout Jamboree. In this Jamboree, as suggested, can be commemorated to Kent Claiborne, a wonderful personality, a very pleasing man. I really sadly miss him. I remember him. He had come to Delhi along with Jim Sterling, Roger Scottier, and others to present me the Global Silver Award. It's something which I cannot forget. I think Simon is also here, was also a recipient of such award. I wish this Jamboree all success and cannot forget. Whenever I used to open my messenger, I used to see Syed Ahsan Madhu. And they are always active. And it's, but for the very hard work, I don't think this Jamboree would have been possible. So it's an opportunity provided to all the young people of the Scouting movement for this very impressive Global Kitchen Jamboree. And I also thank all the organizers of the Boy Scouts of America, the people who are comparing this show, and all those attending. Wish you all good luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mohammed Khalid Ali, for your inspiring remarks and for your service to the movement. Now we will watch a presentation all the way from the beautiful Malaysia, presented by the Persekutuan Penggagap Malaysia.
an amazing video by Malaysia Scout Association. And indeed, this is what Scouts are supposed to do, helping others and being with the community in the difficult times. So that was so inspiring. Now, on this note, we move on to our next special guest. I would like to take this opportunity to invite on screen Mr. Simon Hanbokri. Mr. Simon is the International Commissioner of Korea Scout Association for 55 years. He is the camp chief for the upcoming 25th World Scout Jamboree 2023. He is also the chairman of the APR. He has been a great advisor and patron for the Global Scouts Kitchen Jamboree. There has never been a time Simon said no to anyone. He has been there with this helping hand, listen and advise as necessary to improve the quality of scouting all over the world. We invite you on the screen, Mr. Simon.
Scout greetings to you all, dear friends in Scouts and all the distinguished guests, the fraternity of the World Scouting. I extend my warm greetings to every one of you, more than 6,000 participants. This is the good occasion for all of us to unite it together and face the challenging scenario with the pandemic. With support of the International Committee of the Boy Scouts of America, we are having second Global Scout Kitchen Jamboree now. By taking many activities of Scout needs based on camping food, cultural programs, Scout songs and dances, together with fun and learning activities. In this Global Scout Kitchen Jamboree, we assure you once again that we are beginning of open dialogues with every one of you through the active participation. Please enjoy the Global Scout Kitchen Jamboree and make good memories and friendship with all of us. Finally, my appeal to every NSO to show the culture of your beloved country with active participation, and much more to make a great Global Scout Kitchen Jamboree. May God bless all of us. Thank you to you all. 감사합니다.
Thank you so much, Mr. Simon Hanbokri. Thank you so much for your presence and for your inspirational words. Means a lot to us. Now, dear Scout brothers and sisters, we have reached a very special segment in this inauguration. But first, let me introduce you with our Jamboree Chief. Mr. Syed Ehtisham Naqvi, serving as Jamboree Chief for Global Scouts Kitchen Jamboree, is an avid Boy Scout and community activist known to most of us. He is a member of the BSA Duty to God Committee, member of the BSA Religious Relationship Committee, founder and lifelong chairman emeritus of the National Islamic Committee of Scouting. He is a board member of the New York and New Jersey BSA Council and president of Rotary Club. Syed is retired and he keeps busy serving humanity and striving for global peace through the youth. It's his lifelong mission to empower youth through scouting around the world. I request our Jamboree Chief, Mr. Syed Ehtisham Naqvi, to take the floor for this special segment and introduce us to our special guest.
Thank you, Rui. Thank you. What a wonderful group. We are looking from 1,000 and 1,000 miles, but in a second, we are all together. I still remember the real world jamborees where we participate, the 60,000, 50,000 participants, and you hardly meet maybe dozens people or maybe maximum 100, but here 6,000 people you came across. Greeting on behalf of the Global Scouts Kitchen Jamboree Organizing Committee. Thank you to the 30,000 people watching this program, International Virtual Scouting Event. As we begin this event, let us look at the name of the event today, Global Scouts Kitchen Jamboree. Although the event today is happening in a virtual environment, It is truly one of the global nature. We have reached out to all the NSOs to seek permission to have scouts and scouters participate. We recruited volunteers from all corners of the globe in the World Scout Scheme organization ensure inclusion and participation. At this moment, we are connected across the global. All participants and leaders are scouts and scouters through the World Organization of the Scouting Movement, WASM. Kitchen is the place where meals are prepared, but also the place where many family meeting and shared experience occur. The kitchen is a particular place.
Sorry to interrupt, but we cannot see you. Can you please check with your video, please? Oh, yes, sir. We can see you now. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. The kitchen is a practical place, but is also can be referred to as a heart of the home. Jamboree is, of course, a large group of scouts and scouters that come together for a special shared experience. There are no better words than those found on the website for the Messenger of Peace. Messenger of Peace is a global initiative designed to inspire millions of young men and women in more than 220 countries and territories to work toward the peace. Using social media and other scouting network, the initiative lets scouts from around the world share what they have done and inspire fellow scouts to undertake similar efforts in their own communities. The initiative is inspired by the World Scouts Committee administered by the World Scout Bureau and driven by youth volunteers worldwide. I challenge all of you to earn the Messenger of Peace. I would like to close with a quote from unknown author. Sometimes I, Syed Naqvi, I forget to thank the people who make my life happy so many ways. Sometimes I forget to tell them how much I really appreciate them for being an important part of my life. So thank you, thank you, thank you, all of you, just for being there for us. We have honored to host this Jamboree on behalf of the International Committee, BSA International Committee. And I'm thankful to my late friend who accepted this invitation when I brought from the Sri Lanka that they want BSA to hold these activities. And Kent called me and almost 45 minutes while we both were driving, discussed this project. My heart is pumping. I miss Kent. Two other gentlemen already dedicated this one. And entire Global Scout Kitchen Jamboree and the BSA International Committee is, I don't have the words to say further. With this, I will request my Jamboree chairperson to allow me to invite our honorable chief guest for the opening of the Jamboree. Mr. Robert Wade, your permission, sir? Bob, your permission.
Yeah, my permission.
Thank you. Thank you.
You have my permission.
I will request. Thank you, Bob. Thank you. Thank you. Bob, you are wonderful supporter and wonderful silent partner for this Global Jamboree, because anything the Global Jamboree management submitted to you, you approve, and under the advisor leadership, Bray Barnes from the International Division of BSA International Committee, who is the vice chairperson, and he is in the this assembly, this gathering, and I acknowledge in public that you both make this global Jamboree is a unique opportunity for the worldwide. I will ask the MC to introduce, read the citation while I'm inviting Her Excellency Princess Sama Faisal Abdul Saud to please make opening for this Jamboree. MC, please read the citation.
Thank you so much, sir. We are really honored to welcome Her Excellency Sama Faisal Al Saud, who is a young, thriving entrepreneur and who is passionately committed to fostering a knowledge culture and enabling the young generations for a brighter future. She is the co-founder of the Now Foundation for Knowledge, a foundation to promote and nourish culture, talents, entrepreneurship, innovations, and connecting future pioneers. She became a member of the World Baden-Powell Fellowship in 2018 and joined the World Scout Fellowship Board in 2019. She was appointed to the head of Saudi Girl Scouts Committee in April 2020. She actively works with several charitable groups, including Messengers of Peace, Sanada Children's Cancer Society, the National Home Health Care Foundation, and the animal welfare groups. Princess Sama embarked upon a flight journey unparalleled to any other in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Despite having graduated with Bachelor in Business Administration, she graduated from the Saudi Aviation Flight Academy with a private and commercial pilot's license, the first female to study and graduate from the field in the Kingdom. We invite you, ma'am, for the opening ceremony. Sorry, ma'am, we cannot hear you.
Do you hear me now?
Yeah, thank you.
In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful, distinguished guests and fellow scouts, I am happy to participate in the Global Scouts Kitchen Jamboree, and I take this opportunity to remember with deep sorrow Mr. Kent Claiborne. May he rest in peace. Mr. Kent is a great loss for the Scouts community and the World Scouts Foundation family. And we will always remain extremely grateful for all the work he had done to serve the Scouts. We promise his loved ones that Mr. Kent's legacy will go on through the Scouts' work and following his footsteps, striving to make a better world. We as Scouts share virtuous values and unites us noble, authentic humanitarian morals, thus represented by sincere and tireless work to serve our communities. We also collaborate during this difficult period to support each other in the crisis we are going through during the COVID-19 pandemic, which calls for us to exert efforts on raising awareness to abide with preventive measures and try to help minimize the tragic impact of the pandemic in the hope to pass safely this worrying time and return to normal life with less damage. On the brighter side, this pandemic proved the proverb, where there's a will, there's a way. People overcame obstacles and are very much connected, as everyone was able to join scouting events all around the world due to it being virtual. Dear Scouts, our countries need all hands that can contribute to constructive initiatives leading to development and prosperity. Scouting has many benefits for our countries and societies. We must be keen on cooperation and coordination in the work of scouting between our countries, because organized volunteer work is one of the important pillars for the advancement and development of communities and nations. Scouting also spreads interaction and interdependence between people, in addition to enhancing positive behavior that indicates a high degree of civility, giving, and compassion to humanity. The stability and prosperity of nations depend on social solidarity, the realization of the principle of community harmony, and the provision of assistance to others without waiting for a thank you in return. Volunteer work is one of the manifestations of the advancements of human civilizations and an element that indicates noble morals. Last but not least, I extend my sincere appreciation and thanks to the organizers of this event and to all Scouts attending this Jamboree, hoping that such fruitful events will continue to enhance work between our countries to benefit our communities, build bridges of knowledge, share experiences, and sustain constructive cooperation. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for such inspiring words. And I'm really sure your words have inspired our participants who are watching us live on YouTube. Moving ahead with the program, I would like to now invite the Bangladesh Scouts with their presentation. So let's go to the country of rivers, the country which is home to the Royal Bengal Tigers. May I please request Bangladesh Scouts to come up with their presentation.
গোসাই তোমায় ভক্তি করি প্রণাম করি নোয়াই আসি আরে প্রথমে বন্দনা করি আখিরি নবী পিতা মাতা বন্ধু ভ্রাতা শিক্ষা গুরুজনে আরে দ্বিতীয় বন্দনা করি শ্রোতাদের চরণে বন্দনা করিতে আমার অনেক হবে দেরি এই আসরে গাইব আমরা বাংলাদেশের জারি দেশ আমার মাটি আমারে ও বাইরে দেশ আমার মাটি আমারে লক্ষ প্রাণের বিনিময়ে স্বাধীন বাংলাদেশ সোনার বাংলা গড়তে সারো হিংসা বিদ্বেষ যাদের জন্য স্বাধীন দেশে করছি বসবাস তাদের কথা স্মরণ করে তাদের কথা স্মরণ করে করতে হবে দেশ আমার মাটি আমারে বাইরে দেশ আমার মাটি আমারে জাতির জনক বঙ্গবন্ধু শেখ মুজিবুর খুঁজে দেখো এমন নেতার পাবে না খবর জননেত্রী শেখ হাসিনা দেখো বাংলার প্রাণ জীবন বাজি রেখে তিনি জীবন বাজি রেখে তিনি করছে উন্নয়ন দেশ আমার মাটি আমারে বাইরে দেশ আমার মাটি আমারে বাবাইয়া গানের সম্রাট ছিলেন নামে আকাশুদ্দিন আরো ছিলেন শিল্পাচার্য জয়নুল আবেদিন নারী জাতির অগ্রদূতী বেগম রোকেয়া নাম রংপুর জেলায় জন্ম তাহার রংপুর জেলায় জন্ম তাহার পায়রা বন্দর গ্রামে দেশ আমার মাটি আমারে ও বাইরে দেশ আমার মাটি আমারে এবার বাংলাদেশের আরো কথা শোনেন দিয়া মন এবার বাংলাদেশের আরো কথা বাংলাদেশের নদী নালায় মাছের বাংলায় তুই কাতলা চিংড়ি মাগুর আরো কত কই নাটোর জেলায় কাঁচা কলা খাইতে লাগে মিঠা ফরিদপুরের কেজের গুড়ে তৈরি করে পিঠা এবার বাংলাদেশ বাংলাদেশ সোনার বাংলাদেশ এবার বাংলাদেশ বাংলাদেশ সোনার বাংলাদেশ এবার বাংলাদেশ বাংলাদেশ বাবুর হাটে লুঙ্গি বেশি অনেক লোকে পরে কুষ্টিয়াতে জাল চাদর বেশি তৈরি করে সিলেট জেলায় আবাদ হলদে বেশি হয় টাঙ্গাল শাড়ি পয়রা মায়া বাপের বাড়ি যায় এবার বাংলাদেশ সোনার বাংলাদেশ এবার বাংলাদেশ সোনার বাংলাদেশ এবার বাংলাদেশ বগুড়া ও দিনাজপুরে ধানের আবাদ বেশি গোয়ালন্দের ইলিশ মাছ সবাই ভালোবাসি দিনাজপুরে লিচু ভালো সবার আছে জানা রাজশাহীতে আম ভালো খাইতে নাহি মানা এবার বাংলাদেশ সোনার বাংলাদেশ এবার বাংলাদেশ সোনার বাংলাদেশ এবার বাংলাদেশ এই পর্যন্ত করি খান্ত দেশের জারি গান ভুল ত্রুটি হইলে ঘরে করিবেন মার্জন কলা গাছি স্কুল মোদের গঙ্গা চড়াই বাড়ি লিডার মোদের স্বপ্ন তার সবার জানা এবার বাংলাদেশ সোনার বাংলাদেশ এবার বাংলাদেশ সোনার বাংলাদেশ এবার বাংলাদেশ সোনার বাংলাদেশ এবার বাংলাদেশ
What a performance. This is a tradition of my country, Bangladesh, and I thank the young scouts for practicing and keeping these colorful traditions alive. Thank you so much again, Bangladesh Scouts. Now I would like to request and invite on screen our Jamboree Secretary, Mr. Asanullah.
Hello, everyone, scouting all around the world. Welcome east to west, north to south. We started about India time, 10 o'clock. So it was amazing. We came out, we spoke out. It is a wonderful event. I wanted to give you some status, how things are going. As most of you know, it's a 3 days program. We have thousands of video. I wanted to let you know that all those videos are so wonderful, so good. We did not know which videos to show. So all these 3,000 video within these 3 days, we could not show all of them to you. So I hope you understand that these videos and your children and adults who have sent it, please remind them, we all, Jamboree management, we all appreciate these videos are wonderful. We loved it, but because of the timing situation, we are only allowed to show certain videos. But all of your video who you have sent, it would be in the library in our, if you go to our website, it would be in the library, you would be able to see them. Anyone participated through our website or through submitting videos, they all will receive certificate, and some will receive certificate with the videos which are very qualified, so they will receive that. So after the end of the 3 days program, certificate would be online, and you would be able to go in and would be able to download the certificate. So just to let everybody know, we had total registration. This video registration was about 5,000. Total country was 33 countries participated. Cub Scout entry was 2,594. Boy Scout Boy Scout Girl Scout entry was 1,552. Rover Scouts entry was 1,047. And adult leader registration for multicultural dish was 883. NSO registration for Feed the Hungry. You have seen one video from Malaysia with the Feed the Hungry project. So it was like 363. NSO registration for cultural and camp show about 878. So we opened up registration for just viewing. We have over 3,000 registration, and people all over the world watching us in YouTube and Facebook. I want to thank all the Jamboree management. I want to thank team led by Bangladesh. I want to thank Program Director, Brother Zaman and Ashik, and all the team of volunteers who helped out, sorted this video out. Without their help, we could not. I want to thank Indian IT team, Brother Khalid and Brother Madhu and Satya and all the people helped out with the IT help, IT streaming. We could not have possible without them. I want to thank again Dr. Jen, Norma, Emily, Latifa, and all the others people helped out from Malaysia to get us going. So it is amazing. Every source of places people helped out. I want to thank them. So with that, I want to say happy scouting, and you will really love all the videos we have to present. And I want, again, with the bottom of my heart, I thank you. Thank you for participating. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you so much, our Jamboree Secretary, Mr. Asalullah. Thank you so much for the reports. Now, at this stage, I'm so excited to see what our Scout friends all the way from Peru Boy Scout Association has prepared for us. Let's enjoy our little trip to South America.
Maravilloso, lleno de riqueza y bondad. Dios hizo mi alma blanco y por nada cambio este lugar. Mi pueblo es valiente y generoso, pobre pero libre en dignidad. Ni de sufrimiento ni de enojo, me han hecho que deje de danzar. Y así danzar con sus penas, con sus alegrías, con su caminar. Danzar, danzar porque esperan que el Dios de la vida lo liberará. Y así danza, danza, danza con sus penas, con sus alegrías, con su caminar. Danza, danza, danza porque espera que el Dios de la vida lo liberará. Y así danza, danza, danza con sus penas, con sus alegrías, con su caminar. Danza, danza, danza porque espera que el Dios de la vida lo liberará.
Wow, how amazingly coordinated and presented. And this goes with the quotation from Lord Baden-Powell that Scout is never taken aback. He knows exactly whenever anything unexpected happens, and he whistles around any situations. So with this, I would like to invite Mr. Brabens for the benediction. Mr. Brabens is the Vice Chair of the Boy Scouts of America International Committee, who are, of course, the host of the Global Scout Kitchen Jamboree. Mr. Brains is also the advisor of Global Scouts Kitchen Jamboree. With his personal endeavor and inspiration, Global Scouts Kitchen Jamboree reached this level of success. We thank Mr. Brains for his tireless effort. He has served as the chairman of the International Catholic Committee on Scouting. Professionally, Mr. Brains is serving as the vice chairman and chief operating officer at the Municipal Finance and Services Corporation, Washington, D.C. We invite you on screen, Mr. Benz.
Thank you very much, Your Highness, my fellow Scouts. Welcome to the second Global Kitchen Jamboree. On behalf of the Boy Scouts of America, the International Committee, we are very pleased to host this virtual Jamboree. My sincere congratulations and thank you to the Jamboree staff for the many hours that have gone into preparing a very exciting event of food, friendship, and fellowship. I know that all of you will have a very exciting and fun time over the next few days, and I very much look forward to the time when we are all able to get together face to face to celebrate this great movement of ours that we call Scouting. I would now like to ask you to prepare yourselves in your own way for our benediction. With reverence in our hearts, we, your many children of many beliefs, united in common purpose, gathered to offer this our humble prayer. With thanks in our hearts, we offer our prayers and ask that you, the great Scoutmaster of all Scouts, be with us as we begin this Jamboree. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Claiborne. Friends, we have reached the ending of this wonderful inauguration. Me and Ritesh are waiting to see your awesome videos you've sent to us. We can wait to meet you guys during this event, this Global Scouts Kitchen Jamboree. With this, I would like to request and call upon our Jamboree Chief and our Jamboree Chair to take the stage and initiate the closing. Thank you so much. See you again.
Thank you all for being here today. We look forward to this Jamboree. We're so excited. And again, I appreciate all the hard work of the committee. And I appreciate all of you for being with us here today. It's going to be a great Jamboree. We have many Scouts that have put in much work in order to create these videos with some wonderful recipes. And so again, thank you. And let's move on with the show. Syed, would you like to say something?
Thank you, Bob. I cannot go further because I 100% agreed with you. The only thing I'll say, this is the beginning, which we started in 2020 from Sri Lanka, moved to the America. Let's continue this legacy, and hopefully we will all join the Korea National Jamboree as well as the following 23 for the World Jamboree, where we are planning to be a part of the Global Kitchen Jamboree. Thank you very much all. Enjoy the rest of the 2 days, and we plan for the closing ceremony on Sunday the same time, and we request all of you to watch the YouTubes and Facebook, and bring your appreciation or suggestion so the other will enjoy also. Thank you very much. I salute. I think since we have some queue, because this program we finish on time, if